Good day to all, even if it's your night. My name is Natalology. I'm a master of a unique method called Natalology. This method is based on the calculations of a personal matrix of your destiny per your date of birth. This is not astrology or numerology. Our unique method allows us to quickly and easily conduct an accurate diagnosis of any sphere of human life, including relationships, health, finances, purpose in life, etc. Even for those who are typically uninterested. This presidential election has become a focal point of attention for everyone. Therefore, I couldn't avoid this topic either. So I decided to consider this event from an unusual point of view, one that others have not done before. So, we have two candidates running for the presidency, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Everybody wants to know who has the best chance for success, who is going to win, and how each of them can influence the destiny of the United States and its people. I would like to note that both candidates have a lot in common. What do they have in common? First of all, their leadership features afford them a substantial influence on the behavior of people, usually with fatal consequences for those individuals. The main psychological defense is omnipotent control. The need to put pressure takes precedence to all else. The constant pursuit of thrills. It's a challenge for them to establish stable relationships, to love deeply, and take into consideration their past experiences. And finally, both of them have the persistent sense of legitimacy regarding their behavior, an absoluteness in having to satisfy their own needs, and the absence of acknowledging any kind of reproach addressed towards them, or sense of shame. I am going to start with the matrix for Hillary Clinton, which I made per her date of birth. She was born on October 26, 1947. Number 8 in her matrix characterizes Hillary as a fighter for justice, who's always trying to prove something and convince others. The desire to defend her own principles, laws and regulations at some point brought her to jurisprudence. Namely, at that time in her life, her career became the main focus. But the more her desire to achieve justice, the more she found herself in situations where she was treated unfairly. And it is very important to realize that the source of all of these situations is in herself, in her aggression towards others, in her mindset that the world is unfair, and that everyone is trying to deceive you, that people cannot be trusted. Let's look at the inner power code of Hillary, 6, 12, 18. This is a direct indication of where she can receive her vital energy. It's any work aimed at creating beauty for herself and other people. And this exact path was chosen by her soul in giving her the gift of an active imagination. But Hillary absolutely consciously chose the path to politics, and thus deprived herself not only of an opportunity to perform her life mission, but also of her womanly happiness. All of this, of course, could not but affect the state of her health, which we all notice today. Prospects for Hillary for the year: numbers 11, 8, 19. During this year, Hillary must work off her karmic lessons. Her dominant desire to bend the world under herself will only exacerbate and accelerate the negative impact on her health and life in general. Moreover, her energy potential will be low during the entire year. Now, let's see the matrix for Donald Trump. Code 14 indicates that he is a man who is emotionally intemperate, straightforward, and who knows what he wants and how to get it. He is a good businessman who knows how to negotiate and convince others. He has a wonderful instinct with respect to finance, as he always knows where to get the money. Trump is a man who lives for his work, for the realization of his ideas. Trump was given powerful personal resources. immense stamina, and an ability to work. These qualities allow him to achieve goals at any cost, regardless of the consequences for those who stand in the way. But his impulsiveness sometimes pushes him to make rash or risky decisions and actions. So, now I will address the relationships of both Clinton and Trump, respectively, with the United States, as it's an entity which has its own date of birth. Hillary Clinton and the United States, codes 12, 16, 17, which I can see in their joint matrix, tell us about their tasks in a selfless service to one another without seeking to compete to see who is more important and valuable. Only this type of service can lead to positive changes. Regarding Trump and the country, it's simply that he needs to take off his rose-colored glasses, number 18, and really look at his own capabilities and needs. In addition, it is important to stop fearing one another. Trump needs to remove fear and negative thoughts about the expansion of governance, and the country needs to remove the fear that Trump will not manage. And now, let's take a look at the day of November 8, 2016, for all these related people. The energies of the day asks Hillary to subdue her pride, relax and let things happen as they should be. It is important for her to separate herself from what could be perceived as special interests and think about the destiny of the country and the people who live in it. She has a chance to make the country better. For that, she needs to reconsider her past experience, her life values and beliefs. For Trump, this is a day of active deeds in any spheres of his life, positive thinking and optimism. It's necessary to avoid overwork, self-criticism, aggression, and what could be interpreted as belligerence. For America, this is a day of peacekeeping and conflict resolution. It is important to lay the foundation for global projects and initiatives, and to pay attention to the establishment of contacts with foreign countries. It is advisable to avoid militancy and isolationism, and the negativity that accompanies that narrowness of thought. Regardless of whoever wins, it may not matter for the country, because the country's problems are unlikely to be solved that quickly. This is mostly because the other half of the population who didn't support them will be reluctant to listen and compromise. One can only hope that the American people can feel the approaching storm and do something to prevent it. Thank you for watching our video. Please click the like and share with others. If you want to know more, go to www.natalology.com. Thank you.